But yeah, one thing that I would love to get your clarification on,
Yeah.
and this is definitely a debate right now, and I think I'll put the position I'm on. I feel like it might be a similar position for yourself. Is whether therapists giving psychedelics, be it ketamine, MDMA, or psilocybin, should have had the experience of being given MDMA, ketamine, or psilocybin before they are certified to guide others in that space.
Yeah, you know what? It's really I'll so right now they're not doing that in MDMA. Okay, if the MDMA is not set up with because they're through FDA regulations and things like this, so you can't really. I mean, you can go and have your MDMA experience and then do the training, but it's not part of the training to have to take MDMA. Ketamine, because ketamine's legal, you're able to have the experience in ketamine while you're certified. I'm mixed about it. I don't think it's necessary, honestly. And the reason that I say that is because so the experiences are so vastly different for each individual. Okay. I was in a room of 25 people. We all had experiences of low dose and high dose. Okay. And very few people had similar
Of
experiences
ketamine, just to be
of
clear.
ketamine.
Yeah.
This was a ketamine training that I did with Phil Wolfson. And so I don't know that and like, I know what my experience was quite extreme. I'm very sensitive. I access those places without medicines. So I took very low doses and holy cow, did I have experiences. Okay. And that was very different than some of the other people. So, it's like, do I need to take Abilify to be able to prescribe Abilify? I don't need to take an antipsychotic, so I'm mixed about it. Okay. It is so different in experience. Now this is what it is. I get it. Okay. So I don't know that I feel strongly one way or another. I can go both ways. Like, yeah, I'm glad I've had this experience. I know what it's like. And whatever my client's going through, I at least have some frame of reference for. It may not be the same at all. Okay. So, in that way, I could be, yeah, I think it's valuable to experience it. Okay. Do I think it's absolutely necessary? I don't think so because of the range. So I'm really in the middle. This is like I don't know that um, I'll tell you, I'm somebody who's pretty clean. Like I don't drink, I don't eat meat. I live a pretty clean life. And even though I really appreciated my experience, I don't need to do that again and again and again. I was like, okay, I'm good. I've had my experience and I can help people with it. Do you know what I mean? So,
See, that's why I mean, I'm not a physician, although I'm pretty well
yeah,
versed, and am,
yeah,
a journalist in this space and a researcher for many years now, that I feel like people who are providing should have the experience, because
mm-hmm,
if someone
yeah,
goes as far as you've gone, and you have the reference point of being like, whoa, they're far out. I can appreciate,
right,
I can,
yeah,
my nervous system showing up in a way where their nervous system knows. I mean, however
yeah,
much their nervous system is aware of the outside world with ketamine, but
right,
knows that other person truly understands where I am. And in the
yeah,
midst of, like, say, a psilocybin or an MDMA experience, and you look over at a therapist and
right,
you know that they have gone somewhere similar, and they tell
right.
you everything's going to be okay, you can be like, I know that you know that because you've been here.
Yes, that's
And
right.
as a
Yeah,
therapist, I think that if you don't understand how, like, from direct experience, how impactful it is when you're deep in a psilocybin experience, how
yeah,
impactful it is to have a handhold and a genuine smile. If
right.
you don't, and how impactful it is to not, then
Yes,
I feel like
yes.
you are now 20% of a therapist that you could be if you don't have that experience.
Yeah.
Right. And also at the same time, I thought it was a pretty interesting that you said, I don't have to take this antipsychotic to prescribe this antipsychotic. While a few minutes ago you said, I think we're making a mistake lumping all these psychedelics together as if they're the same because they're neurologically, pharmacologically so different. I mean, no, you wouldn't need to take an antipsychotic to know what it is because it isn't catalyzing profound experiences that leave people in incredibly vulnerable states.
Right.
But as a trauma therapist, you're a better trauma therapist because you've healed trauma.
Well, yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. So this is where you get into, I don't want to diverge. I don't even know how much time we have left around this, but when I think about these differences, I think about the difference between empathy and compassion. Okay. Because in fact, compassion is being with somebody in their experience, and empathy is, I get it because I've been there. Like I have there's a resonance around similar experience. So how exactly similar does it need to be is a very good question and an important question, because I could resonate with an overwhelming experience. I don't have to have the same overwhelming experience, right? So like I think about, well, okay, so I've done the ketamine thing. Do I have to do all of them in order to do it? Do I have to do just one of them? Like it's an important question. Most of the psychedelics, I think, encourage people to have the experience, whether it's legal or not. Do you know what I mean? Because of what you're talking about, having it be so profound. I'm grateful that I had it because I get it in a way that I would have never been able to get it. You know what I mean? But we do need to look at to what degree do we need to have similar or not in order to be able to help? It's a good question, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and definitely not. I mean, for me, I feel like the answer is clear, but generally it's like, it is a question that needs to be asked because like you said, we're on the cutting edge of something and we don't know yet. And possibly in a few years, we will have a better sense of, yes, this is absolutely necessary with psilocybin.
Right.
It's not so necessary with MDMA, for example. Right?
Maybe. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.